Dear Tribune viewers, we have with us Jasmeet K Reen, who's become the darling of both chattering classes as well as Twitterati after the release of her much acclaimed film Darlings. Welcome, Jasmeet. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much for having me, Nonika, ma'am. Thank you. And Tribune.
Right. First question is the obvious, such a serious issue. And what made you decide the genre, which is a black comedy?
So the story, actually, the one-line story, I always wanted to tell something on this issue, but I think the job of a film is to entertain and engage. So the one-line story that I had in mind was of a mother-daughter. And the mother-daughter are trying to find a place in this male-dominated world, but they're also trying to get the daughter's marriage, bring the daughter's marriage on track. And they come up with bizarre ideas as to how to do that because they are a bit off. And in this short story itself, it was a black comedy in that sense, a comedy in that sense. So the approach naturally became that. Yeah.
But it is a very grave concern. As we talk, there has been, one death in the US where a woman has committed suicide because of domestic abuse. So were you thinking that you were taking a big risk by, couching it as a comedy?
Ma'am, see, if we are all very sensitive to this issue. We are all very responsible. And I'm by me, I mean me, my writers, my actors, the producers. We are not laughing at. If you see the comedy in the film, it is the characters are not trying to crack jokes. They are stuck in a mess. They are scared. The daughter is going through hell. The mother is obsessed. I want to bring her out of this mess. Most families tell you, it's okay, marriage mein theek ho jayega sab. Make do with it, give it some more time. Divorce is such a taboo in our country. Here you have this mother who is so strong, who's saying, listen, just leave him, come to me. The whole film is about letting go, walking away from a bad person. And that is the hardest in a relationship, right? To walk away from a bad person. And the daughter is not able to let go because she feels that he will change for her. She feels that he loves her, so he will change one day. She doesn't think that the world is so bad. And she's never had a father even. So she tries to hold on to it. Every comedic element in this whole film is where the women are really scared or they're trying to get out of a situation. The situation is fun. They are not trying to crack jokes. They actually mean what they say. So the situation is funny, and that's how the film becomes a comedy. That's what dark comedy is. Dark comedy never is laughing at an issue or a subject. So we have been very responsible, and I think if you are sensitive, your film will show. If you've seen the film, nowhere are we taking this issue lightly. The thing is, a film's job is to entertain and engage, and if you do that, if you engage people, more people watch your film. The message, the voice, what you're trying to say through the film reaches a big audience, and our messaging is quite clear. So let go, leave. If there's a bad person you're stuck with, you don't have to become bad. You can just walk away and live your life because you are empowered and you can stand for yourself. It's really that. So.
Right. You're saying that, walk away from a situation. But the movie is not just about walking away, but also trying to teach this man a lesson.
Yes. Badru's journey is that from tolerance, she's first very tolerant of his behavior. Then she decides, okay, what if I teach him a lesson to bring my respect back? Then she says, then she realizes that no, why am I trying to get my respect from him? Because it's mine. I don't need to ask him. It's her journey to realize this part. She goes through all these things so that we as an audience empathize with her and realize, because all of us goes through that at some point. So in the end, she realizes, no, I was wrong in teaching him a lesson because I can't take my respect from him. It's mine. I already have it. That's what she realizes in the end. So that's the takeaway actually of the film.
But in a country where, the laws against domestic violence are rather stringent, Would you have shown the legal way? I mean, you do point out that there is a legal remedy, but then the husband somehow manages to win her back, and then thereafter she doesn't follow that course. Was there any
She
definite
doesn't.
reason?
She doesn't, and I think a lot of people, when we did sort of research, is that's what happens sometimes, and because we were trying to show people, okay, this section is there. The cops also try to help her, right? But if you don't yourself file that complaint, then they can't help you. That's what we were trying to show. You yourself has to go there and say, okay, fine, I'm ready to take that legal course against someone. And if you stand up for yourself, we are trying to show that the whole world will support you. But because you have to take that little first step, and people will come and help you, your mother, the cops, whoever, your loved ones, and that's what we were trying to show.
So were you apprehensive because the trolls were all there before the release of the movie, and all these male activists were up in arms? What was your reaction? What was going on in your mind at that time when this hashtag boycott Alia started?
Ma'am, I try to focus on the good. I try to see, because the film has received so much love. It's my first film. We have, I think, if you've seen the film, we have been so responsible, so sensitive towards this issue, and our messaging, I think, is in the right. It's right, and I try to focus on the love we are getting, because we are receiving a lot of love for the film, and focus on that. Focus on the positive. I think that's what life is. So I'm doing just that, and all of us are just doing that.
But what would be your answer to all those, naysayers who believe this is not the way out? Bashing men is not the way out.
Nobody's saying bashing men is the way out. What are they doing? I don't have any answer. I don't want to engage with any of these things. Watch the film. If you watch the film, you will realize that's not the message. That's all I can say. The film speaks for itself. It has a life of its own. Once you have seen it, you will realize that this is not what we are trying to say.
And the title of the movie, Darlings, I mean, there are many layers and meanings to it. Was it very conscious decision to name it so?
It came from a dialogue, because he calls her darlings with a lot of love.
Yes.
And then we thought that, why not name the film Darlings? Because that's how it came. Because he is bad to her, and then when he wants to manipulate her and win her back, he calls her darling. So we thought that's a nice title. That's literally what that was.
But pun intended very well.
What pun? No.
There's no pun in that title, because nobody is a darling here, really. In that sense.
Oh, like that? No. So the husband and wife are darlings for each other in that sense. He's always calling her darlings. If you see, that's the first scene. The second scene, he says, he addressed. See, everybody has a thing, na? Some people call each other sweetie, baby, sweetheart. This is darlings. It's just that.
And in the end, you talk about poetic justice, and you also talk about taking control of your own destiny. What do you personally believe in, and what would you say women should really do? Take control of their destiny, or believe in the universe?
Take control of their destiny as much as they can. I understand that sometimes you may need help, but reach out, stand up for yourself. And as I said before, you respect yourself, people will respect you. And if you need to stand, I think you should stand up for yourself. I think that's what I would tell women. And I think women are generally, they are strong. It's just that we have to, sorry, my phone is, So, stand up for yourself. Don't leave it to destiny. And people will come and help you. If you need help, reach out. People are there to help you. You have to just reach out to them.
You said that you had the story of my mother-daughter in your mind. But, were there real reference points? Have you seen violence like this around you? Most of us have seen it somewhere or the other. But were you personally privy to such incidents?
See, all writers, creators, artists have a lot of experiences, whether it's personal or they've seen it through other people or they've read somewhere. I have, of course, been I've seen this happen to a lot of people. Once I had this story in my mind, I spoke to a lot of women so that we represent anything that we want to very responsibly. And across strata, I spoke to a lot of women to understand, to empathize with them, and and create responsible characters. So that's how, and then we started writing the film. So that's what we did. Yeah.
Any particular reason for having this Muslim family? Because it happens across the spectrum, beyond religion, beyond caste, beyond class, also, I would say. But
Oh yes,
you had,
something like this happens across. Yeah.
yeah.
No, you
But
know
any
what? No, so sorry, ma'am. So, this film is based in Baikala and Bombay. And when I went to Baikala to do research, I spent 3, 4 months there. The lingo is so fascinating. It's a mix of Hindi, English, Marathi, and Urdu. And Bombay is a very cosmo place. The
yes.
grammar changes in every corner that you go to. The lingo was so fascinating. That's where, so we decided to just imbibe that into the script, and that's why they are Muslims in Baikla. No other reason. Of course, something like this happens across. It was not because of any of those reasons, but the lingo gave life to those dialogues, gave humor, gave flavor. They added so much flavor to our film. So hence, yeah.
And casting choice, Alia had to be there because she's one of the producers, or again because you cast her because she's such a fabulous actor.
Oh, because okay, firstly, she is a fabulous actor. So I went to Red Chillies with the script, and we approached Alia to act in it, and she liked it so much that she decided to come as a producer. So, and what better for the film that you have Alia and Red Chillies, Shaso and Gaurav and Gauri ma'am, all of them producing the film together. So this was great for us. It was great. She came in as an actor first, but she also decided to produce it. And
And
yeah, as an actor, of course, she's terrific. We all know that. Yeah.
and another terrific actor, rather brilliant actor, Shefali Shah. She was, I mean, like, was it a foregone conclusion that she is going to play the mother, or you had to do a lot of convincing?
No. So I didn't know her personally before this film. I had not even met her. We approached her with the script, and once I met her, we had a 45-minute chat, and I realized how she is perfect, and she also connected with the script instantly, and she liked it so much because she had not done something like this before. She had played more serious characters, and this character is more close to, because Shefali has no filter. She speaks her mind. She's very out there, and that's how Shamshu is. No filter. She just speaks her mind. Talks about things as you may think, you may be scared of saying something, but Shamshu Nissa, the character, will just say it. That's how Shefali is. I call her Chef. Yeah, so she connected instantly, and that was it. So it was great for us. Yeah.
And that romantic angle between her and Zulfi, I feel like, was that again a conscious decision? Because everyone is believing that he might be after Alia's character.
Yeah, that is the beauty of it. We wanted to make people. We thought they might believe that, but it came while writing the script, and it was like he had a thing for her, but he would never tell her. And he was so shy because he didn't think anything would come out of it, but because he's stuck in this whole mess and he had to get out of the situation, he just blurts it out. So, and because there is so much pressure from cops and all that, because if he doesn't say it, they might think something else. So I think it's very pure, it's very sensitive, it's very sweet, and yeah, so that's where it came from.
Were there any reference points for you? A lot of films on domestic abuse have been made earlier, of course, some rather gory ones, even in Hollywood. So were there any reference points for you? Did you watch a lot of movies, or you deliberately kept away from such films?
I deliberately kept away from such films. When I write, I have a process. That's my process, where I don't watch too many things first. Just get the script in place first. I wrote it with a co-writer, but and then once we have something in place, and then we start, okay, maybe finding references. But I have to say that even when I met actors, I thought, oh, should I give them references? We couldn't find any. With this mother-daughter reference, though, I could not find only. I thought maybe I'll present something to them to just so that they understand. but they are such fab actors and such spontaneous actors that we got the chemistry right. So no real reference. I think, as I said, writers and directors or any creators, where you grow up watching so much cinema that maybe somewhere it'll just add up and you join the dots. But there were no deliberate references. No, ma'am.
You talking of your process of writing. So what exactly is it like? I feel like
I write a
you go
story
into a
first.
shell.
Yeah. Sorry?
I said, do you go into a shell or an ivory tower where you write all of this?
Oh no, I write at home. I'm very happy writing at home. I write almost every day, and I get the story in place first. This one, because I also wanted to direct it. I wrote it first, first just the story, and then I think I thought about it for 6 months because I wanted to be sure that I could tell the story as a director. Then I approached my co-writer. Then we started writing the script in my house. No shell. Um, but while writing, of course, as I said, I don't watch too many films or anything because you get influenced. And then once you have the script in place, then yeah, then we decided to take it to Red Chilies, and they liked it, so that worked well for us.
And when you are on the sets, who takes over, the writer or the director?
Director, for sure,
And
for
so
sure.
what all have
You
the axe has fallen on much material that writer wrote?
Yes. So every morning I review my scenes, which I have written with two other writers, but I look at it because see, the advantage of being a writer director is that you can also uh, rewrite a couple of things, but we pretty much stuck to the script. Most actors, all actors, me also, pretty much stuck to the script. But if you've shot for 7 days and you want to tweak a couple of things and get a better word or something, some small improvs like 10%, yeah, I would do that every morning. I would look at the scene, detached as a writer, not married to the script. As a director, you have to be detached, and then I would make some tweaks here and there, and take it to set and give actors my notes.
And having Red Chilies on board and later Alia as a producer, was it very helpful in the sense that you almost got the best, got the best music director in Vishal Bhardwaj, best lyricist in Gulzar Saab. So was it easier because you were a debutant director and you had these big producers backing you, or they were open any which way?
I'm very grateful, yeah, because in your first film to get all these people on board is amazing, and because you write and you give it your 150%, but when when such a collaboration happens, it just becomes better. See, a director's job is to get the best out of people, but you already have people who are so good, like Alia and all other chef Vijay Varma, Roshan also, and then you have Gulzar Saab and Vishal Bhardwaj. Now you want to get the best out of them, so you are pushed to do better for sure, and their best would be amazing. So I think I'm very lucky to have all of this in my first film. And I think also these producers, because the script is a bit hatke, and I think both Red Chilies and Alia to take a risk and to have show faith in a script like that, I think it's amazing. So times are changing for
But
all of us.
as you said, they're already up there. So and you are just, this is your debut film, and then how do you make them see something if they are not able to deliver that, or is that a problem when you have such big names in your film?
No, it's not. If you stay true to your story, your script, and the director is the job of a director is to get the best out of the actors. If somehow it's, and also to keep the director knows his script best. Okay, like I always say this, when I went to shoot for the first day of shoot, there are 140 people, and they all know more than you. They all have more experience than you. They've all shot films before. And this is your first day, and they're all looking up at you for direction. But what do you know? What do you have that they don't? You know your script best, you know your characters best, and you know the arc, you know the journey. So you have to keep directing them like a traffic cop directs
You're right.
traffic, and you have to filter. So when you have thinking actors, and intelligent actors, there are a lot of suggestions, and there are a lot of ways in which they will play, but you have to filter what works best for their arc, for their motivations, for the film's journey, and filter out what doesn't. That's how you actually guide them, so their performance is better. And uh, uh, and actually all of them are very story, script, and director friendly actors, so I was very lucky in that sense.
They were all open to suggestions,
Oh yes,
as
of
well
course.
as
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
offering their own viewpoint.
Yeah, but as I said, they of course everybody off. See, they are living the characters. You have created the characters, but I can only tell them what the characters doing. They are living it. So if they're not understanding, if they're feeling to do something different, maybe they are not understanding it well, or they want to take it into another direction. Either way, you walk along with them and then see what works best. I think it's great.
And talking of your roots and your name, Jasmeet K Reen, K stands for core, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And I believe you're very much from our Punjab. So tell me, which part of the Punjab do you actually belong to?
Oh, so my dad was from Delhi. My mom is from Bombay, but my dad's brother is in Punjab, in Chandigarh. He lives there. My
Oh,
I'm married to a Sardar. That's why
uh,
my surname is Reen.
uh,
They are basically from Kashmir. They're Kashmiri Sardars, and they live in. We have a house in Mohali. So his grandparents are from there. So they were Reens. They're not alive anymore, sadly. But yeah. So I have some relatives in Chandigarh, basically.
great. And so, how much of the Sardarni in you, came out in the script and comes out in your writing? We
I think everything in me
are.
comes out in everything in you comes out in your writing. Whatever you are, I think shows in whatever you create. So you tell me. I don't know. I'll have to ask this question.
I mean, like,
But
such daring women, maybe that comes from
the
your previous.
strength. I think
Yeah.
Punjabi women are very strong historically because they have seen so much, and I think they have seen their sons go to war, their husbands go to war, and like my husband's family is all army. So many. His grandfather was a brigadier, so I think I've seen that strength. So maybe that, I don't know. And my mom's a very strong person too, so maybe that.
So, so soon you will tell a Punjabi story. Sometime I will. You were
I
working on
would love.
Sahil Shah's biopic.
Yes, ma'am.
So where has it reached? It has.
So I
It has.
wrote that script. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No. I said it got us all very excited. When one read about it. So where is it now? Is it still in the pipeline?
Yes. So I wrote that script first. I was trying to make it. It was taking time. So I wrote Darlings, and somehow all these lovely people came on board, and I decided to direct Darlings. Now the script is with me. I mean, hopefully we'll make it soon, but
Uh,
we will make it one day.
Now that you gained traction as a director, will you direct it yourself?
Yes, I was always directing it myself.
Right. And
Yeah.
being a woman, this one is a women-oriented subject for sure. Will you be more drawn towards women's stories, or gender plays no part really?
I don't think gender plays a part. I think you have to create strong, good characters, men or women. And I would like to tell all kinds of stories for sure. I think that's how I would say it.
So what else can we expect from your pen and your directorial baton as well?
Oh, I want to keep telling stories. The more love I get, the more stories I can tell. So I would love to keep. Now I'll put my head down and write, and hopefully I'll be able to tell a new story again soon. So I'm hoping that'll happen soon.
So will it again be? I mean, like, will it always be issue based?
No, ma'am, I don't think. I think every film has something to say, whether you want it to or not. It will have your voice. Whether there's an issue, there's a message. It's. I think all films stand for something. I feel, whatever it is, even if they don't stand for something, it comes through. So I don't know. I want to tell all kinds of stories, and they'll always have something to say, whether an issue or not. I don't know yet.
But is there any other concern about women's rights that bothers you and will be you'll be making it?
Oh, will I be making it? I can't say right now because I have to just
But
now. Yeah.
yeah, but any other concern that bothers you, especially
Um, especially
about women?
so many. See, I think, as I said, there are like 10 years back, things were different. You had lesser women telling lesser stories, right? Now a lot of
Yes.
women are telling women's stories. So I think all these things will come out more. Um, uh, I keep reading and people talk about how 10 years back, 20 years back, you had lesser women hiring women. Now there are so many women who are working, telling stories. They're heading departments. So I think a lot of these things will come out. Having said that, look, a film can only start a conversation. A film can only represent what society is. It can, if people start talking about it, it's enough for us. I don't think a film is going to change exactly who you are. It can only represent or mirror a society in a certain way. So, yeah. So I think that way, I don't want to. I don't know what I'm going to tell next. I have to just sit down and decide what I want to write about. So I can't say right now, but when I'm ready, I will tell you for sure.
Uh,
And it's
ma'am,
is it important? Yeah. Okay. Last question.
last
Yeah.
5 months. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is it important for a film to be a conversation starter, or it can just be pure fun? As movies like as a lot of movies are just pure entertainment.
It's up to the creator, whatever they want to say. I think whatever the creator wants to do, it's fine. I think uh, it's for the creator to decide what they want that film to be, and it's for the audience to decide what it means to them. And audience is king for me. And if the audience is enjoying, I think enjoying being entertained and just being entertained, so to each his own. And I truly believe that.
But as a creator, what is your stance on this? Would you rather that your movie becomes a talking point, or you are okay with a pure entertainer as well?
I'm so in this one, of course, we were addressing something, and as I said, that it should be a conversation starter. I think, and as I said earlier, all films actually, even if they're just pure entertainers, they do say something. They may not be very life changing, but there will be something small to if audience is accepting it and more people are watching it, there will be some takeaway or the other, whether it's in a small scene, whether it's through a character, whether it's a larger message. So I as I said, I think it's the prerogative of the creator to have that freedom. If they want to just entertain, why not? It's a film. I mean, you're going to watch a film, you're going there to escape reality. Sometimes you're going there to learn something. Sometimes you're going to just stimulate yourself. And I think there should be a place for each and every of those kind of films, as per me. And there is a place for everything. I mean,
Uh,
whether film or art or music, everything. Yeah.
there are many messages in Darlings. One would say a few a little ambivalent as well. But as a creator, what do you think is the ultimate message of Darlings?
Interesting. That the respect is yours and you don't have to take it from anybody else. That is the ultimate message.
A lot of people have already seen Darlings, but to those who may not have, one reason why they should be watching this Netflix film.
Oh, it will be worth a watch. It won't be a waste of your time, and hopefully you will take away something from it.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Jasmeet. A pleasure talking to you, and hope to talk to you again when your film on Sahir is somewhere, at some stage. The writing you
Thank
said
you.
is over. The writing you said is over. Uh,
Mostly, yes. Now that I've made a film, I will look at that again. Yes, of course, because
okay.
now
And
I've
whom,
directed
and
something, so I would relook at that for sure and make it
last
better.
question: whom are we likely to see as Sahir?
I don't know yet, ma'am. Right now, I am consumed by Darlings. once I'm just enjoying all the love we are getting, and then maybe when the time is right.
Right. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Pleasure talking to you, Jasmeet. And all the best for your future. And kudos for darlings. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.